At the meeting of IPAC on the 15th of October, we indicated that this presentation would be made to you at the end of the first week of November. However, with the help of God, we've been able to do that 2 days before the 8th, which signifies the end of the first week of November. Ladies and gentlemen, following the re-exhibition of the revised Provisional Voters Register, the Commission received a total of 158 issues from registered voters across the country. I'm pleased to note that all the issues have been resolved, and as we speak, we have no further issues regarding the final voters register for the 2024 general election. As you may recall, at that meeting, we provided the political parties with a template on which to report any issues they had with the revised provisional voters register. I'm again pleased to inform you and the good people of Ghana that no political party presented any issues regarding the register for resolution. I'm pleased to note that we now have a robust and credible final certified voters register, which is fit to deliver a credible, transparent, fair, peaceful, and glorious election come the 7th of December 2024. We could not have come this far without the help of God, and we like to thank the Almighty God for bringing us thus far. We certainly could not have made it without Him. On behalf of the Electoral Commission, I'd like to thank all our staff, our head office team, particularly the electoral services team, the IT teams, the administration teams, the HR teams, all our teams, the finance team. I see my head of finance looking at my face, so I have to mention him. As well as our regional directorates, our district officials and teams in the districts, and our field staff, namely our returning officers and their deputies, as well as our technicians. Your zeal and your hard work have contributed to the credible and robust final voters register we have today. I echo to all our teams here in the head office and nationwide. I'd like to also thank you as stakeholders, that is the political parties and representatives of presidential candidates for the 2024 election, as well as the good people of Ghana for believing in us. Your support, your help, your advice have contributed to the credible register that we have before us today. I use this opportunity to assure you of the Commission's commitment to conducting free, fair, transparent, glorious and peaceful elections come the 7th of December 2024, God being our helper. May God bless all of you. May God bless the political parties. May God bless the presidential candidates of the 2024 general election. May God bless the Electoral Commission of Ghana. And may God bless the 2024 elections and all the processes. And may God bless our homeland Ghana, our one and only nation. And I call it God's beloved nation, and make her great and strong. And now, in the exercise of my duty as chairperson of the Electoral Commission of Ghana, and in fulfillment of Regulation 27 of CI 91, as amended by CI 126, I hereby declare the 2024 final voters register as duly certified. It is finished. I present you with the copy of the final certified voters register for the 2024 election. Thank you very much.
I extend a warm and hearty welcome to each and every one of you as we commence this extraordinary meeting of the 4th session of the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic. This meeting is a response to a request for a recall first dated 22nd of October 2024 and the subsequent one dated 24th of October 2024, both pursuant to Article 1123 of the Constitution and Order 53 of the Standing Orders of Parliament. Both requests were signed by more than the constitutionally required signatories of 15% of all members of Parliament. The first request entreats the House to deliberate upon and transact urgent government business. And the businesses were tabulated, and from what we had, there were not many, just a few. The second request, dated 24th, simply added many more items for the consideration of the House. So from the initial request for us to consider 5 items, this second request added 17 more items. And this request came from the MPP members of Parliament, and it was signed on their behalf by the second Deputy Majority Whip, Honorable Alex Tete Jodubois. In fact, both requests were signed by him. Honorable members, I had, under the dictates of the provisions of the Constitution, to issue the summons for you to be here today. And I duly complied with the constitutional provision and got the administration to get the summons published to the notice of all of you. Unfortunately, the signatories who made the request have not shown up, and therefore matters that they wanted us to handle, which are admitted for the consideration of the Business Committee, are not on the order paper, and in fact there's no order paper for today because the Business Committee could not meet due to the absence of the people who requested for the recall. And as you can see, one side of the House is completely empty. In view of this, we have, as usual, got a quorum to sit, but we have no business before us to transact, because the Business Committee, as you know, they prepare a report, and this report is adopted by the House as business agreed by the House to transact during the course of the week. In the absence of that, there is no other authority that can put business before you which you have not adopted to transact. In view of the failure of the Business Committee to sit, as a result of the refusal of those who requested for the recall to show up, we are compelled to once again adjourn the sitting of the House. Knowing the challenges we are facing, it is not advisable to be adjourning from day to day. And so I'll proceed once more to adjourn the meeting indefinitely. And the meeting, this extraordinary meeting, is accordingly adjourned. There is no constitutional crisis in this country. The Parliament of Ghana is alive and working. Let nobody mislead, misinform, or disinform you and the country. The democratic system we adopted and enacted, as captured in the Constitution 1992 and fleshed out in various laws, processes, procedures, and practices, is what has been triggered, and it is working. Let us allow it to work. Democracy is about the rule of law. Let the law work. The court cannot enjoin 4 members of Parliament from serving their constituents for 12 weeks, but was very eager to deny the constituents of Assin North their representation because of the issue of allegiance. The court cannot deny the constituents of Sal the sanctity of representation for years. The court cannot even see that the Constitution itself permits a denial of representation within 3 months to the holding of a general election. It's in the Constitution. Ladies and gentlemen, the Parliament of Ghana shall commence sitting as by law prescribed from tomorrow, November 7th, 2024. I have earlier instructed the Clerk to Parliament to transmit the LGBTQ+ bill to the President for assent. When my predecessor declared the former seat vacant in 2020, applying the same provisions of Act 97, the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court to interpret and enforce provisions of the Constitution was not invoked. Peace reigned in these instances, and nobody cried and ran to the Supreme Court under the guise of constitutional interpretation. If I may ask, is it a legal matter for the Supreme Court to decide as to which side of the House constitutes the majority or minority? It is for good reason that justice is said to be blind, and further, that justice must not only be done, but must be seen to be done in all cases, not in only those cases to which some people appear to be sentimentally attached. Fellow Ghanaians, I respectfully call on the Supreme Court to apply the same swiftness with which the motion ex parte in the instant matter was granted to the case involving the president's refusal to receive the Human Rights and Family Values Bill passed by Parliament, which has been pending before the same court for almost a year, would have been heard.
What does he want? At the end, you are not that kind of person. You are not we have been in Parliament. You are not going to every day. You are in Parliament. Let the children. Honorable. What do you mean? He the speaker. He's making behavior like a hey. I'm watching everywhere.
We know that there cannot be an election without statistics. Why are they doing ballot printing? Ask them. Don't they have statistics over there? Why didn't they take the register and send it over there for printing? Is that how they do things? And you are saying you are holding to ransom. You held the whole media and political party for ransom here for more than 6 hours. And they are talking about it. If they don't bring the ballot statistics or the voter statistics and the summaries, we are not going to take the register.
If the summaries are ready tomorrow, will you come back?
I said that's why we're here. We're here waiting for the summary. They promised giving us the summary. We didn't put dagger on their this neck to ask for the summary. If she knew that she was not obliged to give us the summary, she should have told us around 5 o'clock.
So have you returned the drive?
We've returned it. We are officials and we have returned the drive back to them until we get the summary. What is she talking about? I've been doing the election since 1988. I have passed through all the means and I know every election cycle summaries are given to us. Ballot printing, go to the ballot printing house and see whether summaries are not there. Haven't they given
that is not the modus operandi of the commission?
I am saying that she's not the first electoral commissioner. We have dealt with commissioners before and we had all summaries. I can provide you all summaries from 1992 up to now if you want. I have it.
You think she's deviating?
Completely. She knows the thing. How can you go to election? Now I'm asking you, what is the total registered voters for the election? You are media, do you know? Why were you silent? Why didn't you answer? She mentioned that. And I'm saying, why
the time from which the meeting was suspended to the return of the commissioner and the deputies, realistically, was it ample enough to have produced something substantive?
That should have been one of the first things for them to do before talking of satisfying the register. That statistics should be at their fingertips. That is the basics that they should have done first before talking of the register itself. You don't give a register without statistics. You are not going to generate statistics. So we are going to go into election without you knowing the total number of people registered and all that. You want me to go and look at this before I can generate it myself? We are not going to do. These are the kind of incompetence they are always exhibiting, and we are saying that these are the people who jeopardize the democracy of this country. And we have said it our mind. Good night.
Yema etiefo nyina kwa babio aside the bar inside politics jumedie so ewo power 97.9 ena TVXYZ esom ena ye November bosumede so enson enfiem pemienu ne aduno and 9 na ese eda ya wada bosume pepe pesida sene ye kwa battle so akọ na yakoto aba ye de ensakraye kese aba ye man Ghana emum enti eye abatwa edi change kese pa ena eba yeyi nipa bonefo amamu afi ho yeyi abonefo amambofo amamu afi ho na amamu papa aba ama Ghana akonanim moye ma ba akopɛ kɔma nyina gudie ladies dem boss Beposohemaa ena magimedwa Kevin Asante ena Fekin Nicholas Yosin womo ebo metidom na mede dwumade yi ebremu atankuri gabi mase ne mpaboa ena mahye menemo nante efisabre ekosi se no sia ebebo ayede kasebo ebebrem Elizabeth Tegomedase wono na asiesie me ama me ho ayefe ena nsemosi ewo ye man Ghana emum ye ba bedi ho enkomo One say nipa bɔnefoɔ di ɔman ne so a Bible say ɔman ne si apenie. Eti saman bɔfoɔ ɛna edi ɔman ne so a de bia asɛm foforɔ ba. Yet ye baby ɛna NPP foɔ wɔn emra hyɛbadwafoɔ say mmarahyɛbadwam akyea hene. One sign and firm Rashabajana man mrebio say na woman akom Rashabajoma ma BBSC and say Mrashabajwa 49 eyomonimusam Mrashabajwa 49 woman ekom Rashabajom ewo party NDC MPP edimuo woman say afia batwa ye komuno woman enna enko Mrashabajom ewo sa political parties ni dimu bio Abua kwankabi nso de kankabi ofuntakra yin mu se woyi ne ho afi na busiam eti sade article 97 GH no eka no eno ana mashebedwoma chiamehene right honorable Aban Bagbin wa kato mashebedwafo animu na wode ye adwuma eti mashebedwafo enan no na kyese wo ntumi emma mashebedwom wo mayi wo ho afi wo mabusiam eba saa no ma was suspended Mrashabajana indefinitely. MPP Mrashabajana form ye minority and nay ewa Mrashabajum and I'm so echo trigger process ye sign recall a parliament momo buy almost so more internet minority side and ye suspended house no indefinitely. And one more sign call and almost say a speaker yes already ye sign SS or befriend Mrashabajana and then Mrashabajana for call ya. MPP Mrashabajwa form ya dom kuma afanyo marking edu omanim womo eso omo ma chamber ho na eno na speaker say oh sa na tia dia meba yen mahu side ba akopɛ eye Mrashabajwa na efa ba akopɛ wanka se majority but yenye ne mo say NDC na majority ewo parliament sing eti efa ba akon yenhu omo kira kwan yebetumi atena asede na mom say ye take decision entumi nsi eti enenso me say ma twentwem Mrashabajwa ne dwumede sa na say mpo no me say agye ne house no indefinitely said the ade ne kono yenimu da yebesan ababio Mrashabajwa matia mehene wakasa yentie said the course wo Mrashabajwa na ninyina emu ena Mrashabajwam dom dodo da no ni ato force mesamo ade no ewo yankyehye mu se yebeyi amamo na emfidie ne yedi dwumanti na yenhwe speaker ka say ya agene house no yentie papa na wose Ghana mabunu yeti se kube Katie Hammond esa say ye criticize abanti yeti se kube Ena wani central focus ai mne Mrashabajwa achia mehene eye no sebe eye nsem hunu wodi anyame na meka Katie Hammond asamatrem yentie sede okano
listening. None of listening. Yes, but none of the 4 MPs have been blocked from coming to Parliament. None of them have come and they've been blocked from accessing the chamber of Parliament. You are not listening. They still have their You are not listening. I think I'm going to have to say this for the last time because it looks like some of you have become impervious. Listen to this. The speaker made a ruling. It was unconstitutional. It was unlawful. By any account, it was illegal. The Supreme Court, contrary to the assertion by he himself and some members of the minority who keep proclaiming from high rules and high heaven, is a master of its own rules and regulations. The Supreme Court is told public and Parliament that you are not. There is an institution which is the master of the rules of Parliament, and that this is what the law is. That you cannot make the decision, the proclamation that you made. I call it proclamation because you think he's a king, he's whatever, you know, he's a lord unto himself. But you made a ruling. It is not right. Supreme Court is telling you it is not right. Go back. come back to this and rather than continuously adjourn it. He has disrespected me.
None of the 4 MPs have been disallowed from coming in. No, when did any of the 4 MPs come in and they were asked not to come in? Because today the second deputy speaker's age has been in the chamber, but the second deputy speaker himself has not been inside.
Eti adansia so kwamra shebedwani keti amod wo hwe na won sese beneti ho apa ena neti ho so asan fudwene eti nka obisa no wo kasa ye nyansasem nko a ne wo ka ye wo tibi ye nyina tie bi ye hu de wom ese etasa Ghana ye die inform ho eye MPP dia ne moja ne ye sonko sen Ghana ni bi aka wan kire wo won ti ase a kwana kwhyepo ke ti Hammond kwana kwhyepo moye hwan mode eya mode a yen famra ne nya adwuma ne mfeva mode a yen sesemunya sa mo MPP fo no moye nipa sen Ghana fo dom dodo danunim ato forcing nitia bobil oye doctor wose de MPP ye nyina wom abre adwuma na ye de hye omonsa eti omuni o minus no wom abre na wom pre wom ho se Ghana fo be pam wom akotena fie eti we say ya ye fair parliament na wom ama no wom cause financial loss to the states. Yes, say ye femra shebedwane bia anya kra no kobeye 1 million Ghana cedis die o man no menewo ye tax ye tua edema ban no ebeko na wo se ye mfra parliament mra ye de moba na se wa mamra shebedwam ho a wo boa pa abo man ne ka ato forcing
committee clerk, and I was informed that she is out of the jurisdiction and no one has reached out to him to her to program the business of the day. I was worried and reached out also to the MPP side and to have an indication as to what their plan is. No one responded. I am deeply worried and deeply concerned that the very people that requested for Parliament to be recalled failed to show up. Clearly, what we are seeing here is an abuse of the Constitution and the standing orders of Ghana's Parliament. The NPP Minority Caucus have indeed caused financial loss to the state and to us, the NDC members of Parliament, and to the people of Ghana. We say this because these recalls cost Ghana money. This is not the first time that they have done this. They've done this a couple of times. Certainly, everything shows that the NPP are tired, they are fed up, and they are not ready to work for the people. They are ready for the people's business. They are bereft of ideas and they are short of vision. They cannot solve the suffering of the people. All what they do out there during campaigns, in spite of the hardship, is to sing and dance Osisifia. That's all what they do. In times like this, when the ordinary Ghanaian is struggling to survive, they are dancing and singing Osisifia and sharing money. We want Ghanaians to see them as such and vote against them and sack them, because we are rather here to work for the people of Ghana. We see this as a call to duty. We turn up in our numbers to do what we have to do, only to find out that the very group of people that called us to consider government business, they have no business. So the truth out there is that there is no urgent government business. There is no urgent government business, and the government has no business. They have given up, they've checked out, and they want the election to be done as soon as possible so that they can leave office. Fellow Ghanaians, let's vote against this incompetent government and have our country back. Thank you.
Dr. Kesiola to forcing where majority leader ewo mrashebedum ena yatinenka ne tie ne ane say MPP for womunye ready say woman adwuma nkaya womo beye ewo this session ewo mrashebedwa no womo asetena emu no womo ebeba ntini omaye won nipa jejefo meba nti munyina momra mo beba na wo behu na oseme me enti sa agro no no mo ni yedi pilo lo agro Ghana for we can't wait say ye beyi aban we afi wo ena ye November 7 nyame ya dom abosome se ne pepepe ye kwa bato so amambofo yi yenyi wo mfiri ho na yemfa aban papa mra aban a wodwe wo manfo ho edwe yedie ho na wo ma medi agro ne pilolo enkyere yen ewo amamuo mu afanyoma ken se wo ba beta minority side ho na ye de ben wo ye den a wo ye minority enti se wo ba beta ho na mo hwe emie transact government business na ye de ben nunti no wone dom dodo no pere babia mo betena ho adan yesika ne yense no wahu ebra ne beso tumi na ye poni bi ma mo na mo didi anyambrasam ma yaso nkwadidi wo ye memu no ye beji afiri mu nsam na oso na komure mama Ghana fa ne ntoma pa afire bio na ekwan ya ye de befa so yi o mafiri ho ye true abato Electoral Commission ra one political parties no ekokohia ye say voters register no wode eho amane bonyina egu hard drive so a wode ma omo monko na monko hwe epena NDC anamusifo omo ewo enhyiamudie na sese oh ne sade a yatesansade wen yabomo abomo asem mfama yen moma ye bre eti se ibre na so mo se early November na nata se bre ni nie yadamase na emomu no ade na mode amaye no moma ye summary of sama ne bona mode amaye no ebia wudu region bia mu a ebia Ashanti region nipa dodo eto aba wo hani Volta region Eastern region nipa dodo eto aba wo hani wura mansin we mu a nipa dodo e wo hone moma ye hu se ba ya se ye dru ye offices anase ya tena ye na ye bie drive ni mu na amane boy wo ho no ene de mo ka kire ye ne nsa na etwese ye hu se mfumsuo wom na emom no someone man amane bone sa na mode ma ye trase ye mfa nkode ya akire ye ba beka bibi foforo be se ye NDC ye ne ye ha adwen eti Deputy Director of Elections and IT ye Dr. Rashid Tanko computer na nani abrepa Electoral Commission say sa amane bona omo ka no wo mfa mom omo tena what don huri bebre mese reporters a mesomo omo koye no anado 1 AM ansana wo mu dru fie sa Electoral Commission oh ye ba oh mu ntwen oh ye ba ye hwe de course ho ne bi
NDC, National Democratic Congress.
We can't pick a document that we don't know the summary of that. Let's give me a document, I don't know the summary.
APC.
What is yes, madam.
APC.
for mo hwe ewo TV ne so no mo de mo hu de ekoso nti mo tie yo radio no say ye bo NDC NPP APC na de nyina ye hard drive na Electoral Commission say what the ma political practice no contain voters register no eti ye bo din a no wa ba beje ye bo din a no wa ba beje wo hard drive no na ye gusu ye hwe no NDC amayokuo no aha edru wo so akwadwo na Dr. Rashid Tampiko computer crowd wose wonye wasori a wo kasa nti no yentie na asem a wo ka ewo ho no
talk about LND. Don't talk about NDC. This is NDC. What is it doing this kind of thing? We can do it outside, but not here. What is it? What kind of country?
ne nyina ye summary sheet na NDC ebisa say womo pese womo hunu nipa dodo sen registered voters a womo ewo list ne so no electoral commission emie hu number ne keke no eno na sesi ano akwakoye twema mentwe eti Dr. Rashid computer esori ya asema ne obisa edu baby ono kra de no say one sign answer esan say me sign na meje hard drive ne de ko na echi say me ba be hu bibi foforo wo mu na me ka mo be ka say NDC ye de hard drive do eti kire me wo ha yia na me hunu me du me man sinimu me du me region ya nipa dodo sen wo mu din wo abato enhoma no eso na me fan compare de ekuta me no wone nsem twofo ekasa yentie bi.
I know that they cannot be an election without statistics. Why are they doing ballot printing? Ask them. Don't they have statistics over there? Why didn't they take the register and send it over there for printing? Is that how they do things? And you are saying you are holding to ransom. You held the whole media and political party for ransom here for more than 6 hours. And they are talking about it. If they don't bring the ballot statistics or the voter statistics and the summaries, we are not going to take the register.
If the summaries are ready tomorrow, will you come back?
I said that's why we're here. We're here waiting for the summary. They promised giving us the summary. We didn't put dagger on their this neck to ask for the summary. If she knew that she was not obliged to give us the summary, she should have told us around 5 o'clock.
So have you returned the drive?
We've returned it. We have officially said we have returned the drive back to them until we get the summary. What is she talking about? I've been doing the election since 1988. I have passed through all the means and I know every election cycle summaries are given to us. Ballot printing, go to the ballot printing house and see whether summaries are not there. Haven't they given?
Just that is not the modus operandi of the commission.
I am saying that she's not the first electoral commissioner. We have dealt with commissioners before, and we had all summaries. I can provide you all summaries from 1992 up to now if you want. I have it.
You think she's deviating?
Completely. She knows the thing. How can you go to election? Now I'm asking you, what is the total registered voters for the election? You are media, do you know? Why were you silent? Why didn't you answer?
She mentioned that, and I'm saying, why the time from which the meeting was suspended to the return of the commissioner and the deputies, realistically, was it ample enough to have produced something substantive?
That should have been one of the first things for them to do before talking of satisfying the register. That statistics should be at their fingertips. That is the basics that they should have done first before talking of the register itself. You don't give a register without statistics. You are not going to generate statistics for it. So we are going to go into election without you knowing the total number of people registered and all that. You want me to go and look at this before I can generate it myself? We are not going to do. These are the kind of incompetence they are always exhibiting, and we are saying that these are the people who jeopardize the democracy of this country. And we have said it our mind. Good night.
Dr. Rashid Tanko computer. NDC Deputy Director of Elections and yeten and kaiti dia easy ye nyina no is it the same woman need statistics na ye cano but omo catch ye say woman need dia be ye nwanwa anase ewo ho na emomu no woman de bibi esie san same woman dream no ye pekwa bi awia abatuo ni mu na nye sam adenti na obeka che me say mama wo voters register na emom nipa dodo a wo mo register no so de enka ho na chasa wo de BBC ma me Jamensa ne Dr. Bosman Save Samuel Tete ba no bie mu ne hwe mo ni na ho san say de moye madu se mo beye wo commission wo bia na sabio enam so de atete Ghana sumdue no ye ne hwam na empo ne mo bo ti mu posa mo beye nyina na ndi se wo mo hu dada. It won't say computer or drew a pen or say, Mama statistics. Once in a mujan bye by myself. I was still ni part time the whole night. Amanfo ekwatena ho no hwiansi electoral commission say woni statistics bia de ma wo de monko ekire mo beti yenka. Can you imagine? Enti de akoso ho no na Hassan Ayamiga eye flag bearer de ma All People's Congress APC amayokuo one also eje drive no or raise some concerns. Yentie Hassan Ayamiga.
If we open
it means that these are what we are going to see. I believe that when you are giving, and this one I'm speaking because he's an IT, when you are giving a register to somebody, so that we do not hear in the media and noise and all of that, it is appropriate that you give us that total voters register, this is the number. Transfer, this is the number. So that when we go and we open and we have issues, we can raise it. Now, when I go and you send me, Jerry, this is a proper administrative process. When we go and we have issues, you will notice that is what we bring about the noise. But when we are all here and we agree to it, it will reduce the noise.
Let me ask you.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the difference between receiving that list verbally and receiving that list as you walk out of the door, a hard copy of that list? Because you cannot dispute it.
The difference is that
open this up to check.
The difference is that we could have been given this without the cameras. So once we have been given this in camera, at least whatever that is being contained here should be known to the whole nation in camera. So that when he goes and he's making noise, or A goes and he's making noise, Ghanaians know that indeed it is just noise making. This would repeat the whole Buhaha EC party trust that it will help us. So let us do it. It is good for the image of the Electoral Commission, and it's good to bring about the peace that we all want.
80 All People's Congress APC Amayokuom Emu Frankatufo Hassan Ayaga ena yeten nka Electoral Commission se etie bia ne obeye bia mframa ebebo amakokọ toada ho 80 munimu a monye ne yie sansan fonso bia ebepie mu yebete mo ama motoada ho na ene Ghana fo nyina ahu Bonia Mudidi Omai Ghana Yeda NDC Elections Directorate Nasi Ese womo afi womo nisi okovie chase okovie ni wa womo nya ewo ataya wa every step of the way the Electoral Commission ye bia na chase womo chino womo danedi ama yehunu Dr. Edredoma ne boama wona wapanfo Dr. Computer ma DJ Bill ya yeko kumu Dallas mu nyina mo bo adwuma ye time chi mun koso nya adwuma sa na nyame enka mo hum wugu so etie inside politics dwumadie ewo power 97.9 wo hwayen ewo TV XYZ ye live ewo Facebook power 979 TV XYZ Mohima ba ko pe Komen nyina gudie ladies dem boss na menemo edi ahia Beposohemaa enche bia ebo nonumu a meneme guest ya chese womo akamensa studio hadada ebedi enkomo na chese eye Ghana chechra na sesia ye di enkomo Apostle Kofi Kansa sa kodiem ye tai friend Saint Sack General Overseer Edema Open Arms Ministries mensa aka na studio ha meneno eba abedi enkomo nyame nipa memo akwaba
yo mejo so amawradem Jesus Christ dinimu na me de enchia efiri ni nchen ebre wo ne watiefo ne kwahwefo no nyina
yo
na o kan nyame nipa me ya awrade Yesu Kristo ni nko mu nyina akwa
okay
yo they are from Saint Sack
okay
na me pe
yo na yenya ntie se wo ye ensantwofo nhia mu bi ene ne faden ho
yo efa o my Ghana ho na ne edi kan no mestre watiefo ne wahefo de mensato men say yem na mestre se obi ntie me da na onhwe me da na ya nsema meka ne se de mesi chechiri ngokosi no obi ote ne bia ho aso no no ofiri hin na Ghana sofo no obi ha toto ne nsa no oka de ni se oka mesre se untie me da na nhwe me da asem bia meka no se bia fa obi ho ana ade ne hawa mesre o de ko no tum kakra na to bo ase investigation e se ukọ TikTok ana YouTuber Saint Sack edin sa Saint Sack we na nkasa no ewo ho ukọ a wo de wo ba nsem a me press conference me ya me be ka na me ka nyina duduo no
medi kan ka ekyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm ekyerɛ nhyehyɛ a ɛwɔ hɔ ansa na asi nti obi a ɔno no boni bɛka so follow me ne deɛ ya na nha no obu ade edi kan obɛte ya na yo nso ne hwan na bi asɛbsɛb ɔde me kɔtoto asɔfo aba ho na Ghana fo asɔfo mentesa nti ɔmo nhyɛ no so pa
okay yan concept of nhyɛ ne so
ɛnɛ no me kasafa Ghana aba ye beto no ho because the 2024 elections no ɛna me kyerɛ mu sɛ abato no egina hɔ ɛma ɛyɛ papa bɔne enhyira ɛne enome
okay
ɛna mte kokosi onipa Ghana fo ento aba ma no ɛne party no ɛne nsɛm ahodoɔ aka
okay enti nipa Ghana fo ento aba ema no
yep
yɛnkɔ no so
yo ɛne ansa na ebisi sa na ma menkyerɛ abakɔsɛ mu kakra de tie nyina ne sɛ ɛyɛ Ghana amanyo esemu ensem no abre ne abre anu biara no ya mekyerɛkyerɛ mu kyerɛ Ghana fo ni wiase enyina ɛyɛ 2020 elections no ye baba beto no mekyerɛkyerɛ mu ema kyerɛ Ghana fo kyerɛ party ni nipa omuntu aba no ema no onse eba besi ɛyɛ NPP ni NDC ene John Dramani Mahama ono ne Nana Jane ene Nana Akufo-Addo ene eye Bawumia na mekyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ enhyehyɛ mu no eye John Dramani Mahama ne NDC fo no medika no omo kan wo ma ni hyehyɛ no so nti hyehyɛ wo hɔ a omo ni mo man ni so no nti no aba no Ghana fo nyina ento ema eye Nana Akufo-Addo one John Dramani Mahama sorry mumni Bawumia omuntu aba no ema wo ena mekyire mu kokosi aba no yeto a ne ebesi nyina awie ekyire mu se enti no data no Mahama onyae na omeboa eye peaceful no na mum no the first time in history of Ghana Parliament no na ndisi fo wo MPP fo wo majority bebre na nso so no said the Amanfo be hu asema me kan na kware trudo no ebeba be pai wo Parliament ho na se ebasa aba no John Mahama lusu a NDC fo no mo nkokot ebasa nkokot so mbesa lusu court no eso na no emwa na se NPP fo no so nhyehyɛ wo ho nyina so omhwe no di nhyehyɛ ni nyina so a de besi ni se Parliament no be pai na eye empo ebetima ba se for the first time wo Ghana politics no yebenya party bi o break the 8th wa wo hwem no wa otiemi sasema make nyina na ye nto 2020 aba no nti eba se ye to ye no so eba mu pepepe ma Parliament ne sinim de asie epai eba mu san DC for so mbeko court omko so omsan kolusi pepepe ene saba beduru se eye NPP fo no nso enhyehyɛ wo ho a meka se e wo so omso di nhyehyɛ no so na omdi nhyehyɛ no so de a ometuma break 8 na so omani nhyehyɛ no so de a entumi masa unfortunately o kan se kwa ye obi de e ba so ye obi de ena NPP fo no ani nhyehyɛ no so omani nhyehyɛ no so no nyina no we am no mukasa nyina ntina meka se me pa nipa ne chew se onto no bo na onko YouTube hana TikTok eni nyina ho de besie bia no mabua ba kyekire mu se muye ni se ya se ne beba muye ni se ya se ne beba mo anye ni se ya se ne besie nti o man nkodi nhyehyɛ no so ena afi o mo aye o mo adwin so o mbesa fa koti kwan eso na nhyehyɛ no wo se so o mo di so a ye wo nipa o so o mo fa ne nipa no ba be break 8 no nti o man nhyehyɛ no so na o senka Bawumia resign a free last year Central for no nhyiamu no omo kan wo ebesi sabra me kan my press conference makoma do me 13 nti ebia no me kyerem kokosi enti wo no ani hye so edi kan Bawumia anyai amana na Akufo-Addo se na nka ofa lankyerematen na odina ba aba be vice na naso so a resign January na nka lankyerematen ba be break 8 no me kan say wo no ani hye no so edia ene ne de no ma kan to that say be say for the first time no obi beba abeye independent presidential candidate no ba be winning elections no Ghana until September last year 13th me a press conference can say Sasam so betime si wa lanchirematen aside if you do the needful also be ye de also ono so no a dia nti alanchirematen so ba mu unfortunately no ni ti awa no de also ye no o delay na ma ani ekokote say me obre boss bi ewo Kumasi ne ade ne ba bia na bi wo ho ti me obre board na hu say sa big board no so ba bi e free ba na nye nti me press conference ka say nipo this abri boss na ba no onyi sa abri boss no nyina in free country ha every say enye nti koko pie ba na hu say abante bi nso aba ono so say sheda na ono so eba be pe so be ye omampani nti me gina je kiremu ni ti agogo si say ono so ofri eliminati headquarters mum no oba nti no way the presidency of Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia and the Okotika, you know, my yen dada, so from copy. Inti, me can say on soon to me, ma, Emma may yet a year the flag bearership, on to me, ma so be pet a year, Gano, man, penny in Susuno, Eddie. Inti, now the Equaco see any say, we na maker, money, we na maker, send my yard to her, dada, say, Nana Akufo-Addo any Bawumia omono the occultic presidency organ hano omono ende nti afoforo so ensan emma mu biemu nti ni tiawa enni say na nyihye na kwakosi say e wo se Ghana for to aba emma John Dramani Mahama any NDC na the other part so e wo aye ono Bawumia na nkasa so side no unse me can say papa ne boni any no mean inshira Ghana ye de no ni America for de na pepe pen say Ghana for be hye nso a America party Democrats na ya Kamala Harris vice president no oba Ghana unse oba Ghana ha no sabri mu na obeka ya Mr. me can say obeka say Ghana for nyi tumutum nti sodomi LGBTQ for no sankrofo no if you say woman no mu promote we are seeing that time your press conference can say you don't be stupid ontumi ma ehye samra no man Ghana ha nti so no ba ye no nia oye nyina ne the abortion rights say eno na occultism no occultic world no wo mu moja tuguo ene nkwala ye yi wo mu gun ehia wo mu kese pa nti ono ba be gina kese yi nti me program can say omo de no ono no stand for evil bad things na evil so be stand for evil bad things no me ene deba enti in course of that enti no omo to aba no ma Donald John Trump na we no ba bia meka se bia me bom nsem man kramufu a omo no eso wo US ni ye especially Michigan ne ade omo nyina sori gina can say saade no enti no ma nipa no mfa bo ne so mo nto aba no ma Kamala Harris nti me kan the message call say Ghana for obi anu ni bia no wo mo kan kire mo na wo mo enni bone na chi na wo mo nto aba no ma Donald John Trump na because of that ntino emu betwe pa ye de ba Ghana hanso say ya no say nipa ya John Dramani Mahama wono NDC ene no say akwani mu front runners na no two na o maka Dr. Bawumia and MPP. Dr. Bawumia so there by no say can fa no say me can send bebre. Se wuyi ekuo na ya manyuko na omu bu so a nye ono no so omo de ne ba. Yemfa ono wankasa ni su ne ban ne ye. Ya enye na edi kan no o se oye kremoni. Fine. Kremoni e na wo ye. Enso nkremufuo ankasa mu dudu okra no enye ne ntumi so oye kremoni. Obo nkremufuo malam ne sa kwanifo ebo akra ha. Enu ngwo ku hia fine omo mu sika ne ade ba ko firi mu bae se nya mri ntra nka me vera nka mo botie obeka sa ade omo pese omo de Bawumia be hye omo kon no enya ade omo bepene fi so omo nye Bawumia mpontum so no so ye ede sen kremuni e fi so omo nim so no ye kristoni de so ye Timothy wo ye ɛyi deɛ onim ho asɛm ɔkan sɛ nya de a wɔn bɛpene ɛsa asɛm no wɔn no ɛnyɛ ne ntum na yɛnhwɛ ne su ne ban a mesa ka ɛne sɛ maka sɛ Bawumia ɔyɛ kɔtuni right away yes na nipa bi nyi nni a me wɔ proof a ɛkyerɛ me tu emire bi a me kyerɛ sie so ɔte masɛm na asɛm na how wote masɛm no na suro te sma bo obi din a me pa cho yɛ din ansa na ɔbɛkasa no ko nipa no kokɔ bisa no so ntimi ko nipa no nkɔ bisa no dia yɛ din na yɛ investigative so anhwɛ yɛ na wokasa tia na bibi yɛ ntia kan so o so fon fa ne kwasa sem firi ɔde bɛ no ɔmo ka Ghana for so for the sika na ɔmo ba elections in terms sinti ko akiri na be hu sɛ for the past 9 years ni no Ghana asɛm bia no we be si amenka ho asɛm nti no kora no so na meka sɛ wɔn mu tie me sɛ ya wɔn mu hwɛ me wɔn mu tie me wɔn mu nim sɛ meka no kora na de ba ko wɔn mu nim sɛ wɔn sɛ metwa no ntro a ɛpa wɔn mu benya me nti de meka no meka no kora no so a wɔn mu ntimi nya me hwɛ in short ne special aid we ya ne fra no obna bobi Bawumia okokogye omugye ayiye no free family no ho amfa body no ama family no ema omugye ediko funeral home sa funeral home no so no eye kanoforiata ankasa ediana na hwe so kanoforiata no so yokoto ni sa wo and what happened was to say ayiye na omagye na efunu no omadeda na omo ho no nipa nyina akwa kotwa ahia akora ne papa ne maame ewu no a one abusuafo no ho no won so mo na Bawumia ne nkrofo bae on ne nkrofo bae a o ma ayi edisan akwawe sami oku ene obae no bepa o mo chewo se Dr. Bawumia se o mu nyina mpiem firi edan a ya de fununum na won no enkwa abonto pe so obae ade ntini maame ne se na on te ase se we so on head of ebi ntimi nsida ena ono ne maame na kra nana ne kan se omkwa abontin na Bawumia ma ya toto epono ne mpoma ni nyina mu awone pa nyina kokogina abontin ko be 20 minutes samamfre so ye kremoni atimi ye also hu se enipa wu a efunu no kremofo no wo mko ho panimfo no ena obi oye saade no so no o mo okotizim okotogol nyankoma de na saade o mo ye ena ye de ba kristo mu susu a abre a efunu sofo kra be ko ho no apart from say ebusuafo kan ho no abompa ya bie so efiri ho a sofo obi anko obi ye frɛ ebusuafo ampo a ye frɛ nipa no ne mankasa ne wo ho na obi a nipa no onye obusuani utimi gye nifunu kɔ sɛ wo ye ayi no ame de dafunu ma utimi pam krofo nyina kɔ abonten ama ye tutum eprono ne mpumum na no yere ekɔ hyedam wo for about 20 minutes akora nim sɛ omo okotizim omo ye saa ne ma no nyankoma samafrefo na ye saa de no nti eno eprove sɛ asama maka na ye nokore Bawumia kro no ankasa so wo ye kremoni a wonim obi a oyo nyamsomfo bi a aka nokore no bi a wonim sɛ ade a ye haram kese ba ako eye funu de ne haram kese pa ne sa to so biem eye sɛ okremoni ebekɔ busumfie ye nyina ye de ani tua sɛ Bawumia roro ne nan ede barefooted ne nan titifom kɔ busumfie na ba bia wo de saa de no konsa wo sɛ buo ni die sɛ nyina na wo de ma no ekɔ busumfie emo mo kɔhwehwie nsa gu bosom so emenu achi konfo eye sɛ be de tunukom kɔkɔgye tumi sɛ oba ba yo mampanyi wo si ase nti saa ne ma na waye no eye evil eye bone so eye de no me neba nti waye ama sɛ no me di nachi nti so kɔkɔtɔ ma Bawumia no a ofa no me so
enne ebosome pepepe
ye kwa
batwo so and then I'll catch Ghana
nti na me kire ma besi sese no se de Kama Harris de na oya me se no me dane di na chi na me se na Ghana for de no Bawumia no suni ne ban ne na brabo no wakɔbɔ musuo wakɔya abomination wakɔya de ye no me abi di na chi nti ma Ghana ni nto aba ma Bawumia wo ye kremoni na to aba ma Bawumia mro ni do awrade bebi sa so no nipa no wapomachi akɔbosomfie woti ase na wo tumfo nyankopon me wo ka kire me sesa wo yo kristo ni so a obi a onso akɔbosomfie samamfre ni no wonim sɛ ye nto aba ma no ntini sɛ omoto aba ma no sɛ ntina me sɛ ye nome papa ne bone nome ene enhyira nti wo to aba ma Bawumia na am no ka sɛ ya nome na wo kɔfa de ato so yes sanitwa subiem no stu ne ban say papa obo se sia o check ya Ghana nyina ye se no ye otrofo pa ye ba umia o se ase sa na okoko to ba ma obi a se wotu kwan ne akọ oman foforo so ana oman foforo so reporter bi aba no ne kasa first question say ana president adena o manfo nyina say won kan okora wo ye trofo na hwan na ni manfo say wo ye trofo no obefiri ni mu aba oman foforo na panimu no so ne ba be bu aman yosem ayehye sika ne ne ma wo fiefo so ye trofo ya kan kire nti uba untimi nkoba bi untimi make ne headway wo se ase ntino osan so sai tro sem ne atrofo e da no so no e ade a inisi eto abama no ono a ne suban biem nso so o se se obi bu man na se nipa kro no wa bon wonya ade kra de obetimi hu se wonya ade kra kon no de exchange rate fundamentals na week exchange rate no ebe be yi nipa no aba amihu so wonya ade o kanu na $1 3 cedis 80 pesos fine sabrens na kufuado onso sidi na hata ani na nkamekra ne mu a oba be faye no kufuo $1 1 cedi oba be faye $1 2 cedis kame pacho ran ka pe ba bi atena enu ntini makofa Dr. Baumia so ne bu akofo nti ono so mra no meboa na yenye ne yie yate afi Baumia so ba on so be kan sa asem no $1 3 cedis yemfa na $1 4 cedis ana on so yede ma wo nti yemfa ne say from 2 to 4 no times 2 also ba yin 8 years na from 4 to 17 times 4 plus nti de be nti na obeka say wo no de wo no wo ya de nti ento aba no ma wo san so say mahama kan say ani yento aba ma no sa time no na tamus no o na o free mu na oba no o say why vice president o matena ho for 7-8 years ama Ghana say ama ho kiraba pa na say so see yento aba no ma no so we betimi aye de aboade a ade no wantimi anye saade no amwa no ma ho kira den kesi aba Ghana
okay
ntimi se yetoma no say wususo wa betena mfie nwotwe ama from 4 cities no about 17 cities and this also what the papa bia na so betimi de aboa o sen ka so eden o de boa and this no oni bintimi entoma ne de a na je se won so wo be se ne chen wo de no nti wususo eni se yetoma nti ba omia de ne ho nsem no bebre apart from the year no me na chi no e ya adwuma na nkasa so no onim na ni so kra
so your mate yeah that's say eti we apostle Kofin cancer sakodi
ma menwe nsem etupe because
ebrenin
mo so papa mo family time mo ni mo time so sana me tie mo family time mo ni me time so and the whole day franopa my breast sweet de ba me san so kasa tu ye wa dance di fofo ye wa dance fo no mo nto aba 2020 ena me no mo kasa e chekire omu bibia mu 2020 ho yase to aba abato na sa duru bi 2020 moto aba no awrade eskuso nko mu nyina ko bo sinsa me bo me nsem ma mo se mo ya de 2024 asan duru so ntimpanifo ni nyina headquarters kwa mo de ko mo beka se makenti monto mon kan kire omu nyina across the country na monto aba no sade 2020 me kan se ba bi osunu gina na ne ba gina ho nkotuma na nakufu ado no wo hwe ballot eyini so a na de ma wa na ba bi osono ewo na odi esi no sa say die 2024 no o kwa mon kan kire wo nyina nkire wo mo ye de ballot sheet ni mana won hwe ba bi akiniye no wo ba bi akiniye no wo no ho na NDC wo ho ena joma ama wo wo mfa entim so ema wo mo ena SDF won so wo mo se ankohia ama wo mo yie nto wo mo so bi kasa bebre. Fortunately my investigation ehun say na Erade nam no so o ma sorry SDF no the same Alan White oba na nkasa sanse on biko ko see e book baako almost say the messengers of God we be sir either page 137 or 1379 or 179 or 189 or say ba se bibi ko si na ya abato na se wo ye SD ni na se saa da no ena wo se woto memomu no se wanto na wontimi nya da foforo bia ento a edia enam sa behia saa ntino fa kwan bi so na to nti aziefo no so muso muntie me sade mu panyini kan ye no akosi me menda kwan bia muso mbefa so ya aba no mo be ka kira asafo ma ni nyina no na obi ado ba koto ansa no aba sori ana opound be ko no muso mun konkoto won kan kira wo mo kwa ballot sheet ne de mawa de me ye no 2020 no na misa ye bi hwa bi akini ye no wo no ho president de ho na John Mama wo box num ho na faunsesi parliamentary candidates no so ho NFC na monto maba no ema John Dramani Mahama ne NDC finally and politicians no o ma bo sika no boni ne rukasem bia na ompese o mudie no o mo de price tag ne de o mo fa ho de o so beje de o mo fa ho o mo de be ma na mu me ka kire wo se siesi ebesi dan ma okra no a ukokoji sika ye de ni se wo ye kokontokwa kodidi obi atem ballot paper ko ye bibia me ka kire wo se ubehu dan no pa enso dan no ntimi ntinam ka ye beto ama ka no ntimi ntinam to obi antwe ne ho mfiri basabasa ye bia ho na obi amfa suro ni nokrede ne ampopo entra Ghana no onto namba na ero na wa Jesus Christ mesisika wo ho okotfo no ni nyina ombeja ama oman no sika namba ama ye ho eden atoye ni atanse asum dwemu o ye wura ni ero Jesus Christ dinemu
yo yadase eti apostle Kofin Kansa sapode ye typhoid
dabi o kan me ka kire me hu no twere o ye ka kire o enye ye typhoid
ena mote say ye na na kasa wono ne pani a woda Open Arms Ministries ano ewo Kumase ena ye ne no edi enkomwe inside politics dwumadiem ena waseguso etie ewo power 97.9 TV XYZ so wo hye ewo ho ye live ewo Facebook power 979 TV XYZ me ye da ye ho abasisia ye ba ya bedafo ya mame Anita de Soso o ye kane ema domfefo edema NDC amayoko sanso na wababa ye dwamteni abedi akire ediama amayoko no pen ene deputy propaganda secretary ni nyina waye bi sanso ena owusu banahene wono so eka NDC amayoko no National Communications Team eho womo ewo ha menu omo eba betua dwumadi ne so yeda ye ho abasisia Mesam wakwa babio edeba inside politics dwumadi so power 97.9 and at TVXYZ so no num abapa ho sema dumiensa ewo ye kasefidie eso ene enkomo ewo krom edoso ye de ne ebehwe electoral commission na nyam brasem aniamon sam a woye se wafe political parties momeje voters register enho statistics e ka ho wo hia ya mutu bibia ensi enra ekakakra na omoma da ho yebedi hu nkomo sanso ena mrashebedom kuma NPP womo fresh say speaker daroma on from mrashebedwane mo mra womo baaye na eja government business omo meye yeba betina ase a NPP eye dom kuma afanyoma ken edi animu womo so omo ema nti womo ama ebio womo abogana ka speaker enam so a jene house no indefinitely yebedi sa enkomme abedwafo ye ready me mame Anita de so kane dwemteni abedi chema NDC amayuku no na osansi ye kane emadom fefo wabo adwuma wo party no mu yie pa wo se ahokeka owode ma party nyasem ketwa ma me akwaba
yeah me de ho ayefe
emeda so so ho ayefe pa
wo de I refuse to grow old
eti de bia ye fresh
oh
wow
ana sa life no momo nti o se ye ebo
o t-shirt ne so efepa
sa me dance bebre
esanse na owusu bana hene ewo ha waka NDC National Communications Team no eho bi owusu akwaba
yeah ni aminu aba
e dey free to say
oh dey me free dey ohunama fa dey ye na aka kotoko no e woni se ye ko ba yin akotoko na dey nam and they America for to aba say it's all about the economy. Stupid. And you can play digitalization, remember mobile phone, remember say but the economy.
It's all about the economy.
It's all about the economy. See, economy there yet. Near my thing, papa. The Ghana full soon. And you need a so you know answer your mama. Ever be year free. So how can say?
T-shirt. It's a say I will call the.
And we are food okay for man as chairman for example for call a year no be na share me go na tare so crofo be brace we share be eja ye call roadside na walk no na there and one na share house to house
okay yo mo boy juma yeah that's it na mama yen hye nkomo ase ne etia ne say MPP mo say speaker oka say ma jene house na yenimu da e beba no yede enhyehyeye gu akwan mu safedie yesre wadama sign firm mahebedwane mayemra bio omaba na yehwe ni mu kwan say a house no yebenya full house yaba betwa adwuma so say enwuma wo hoyese ye omo ama yemfa ne say baabia yaduru no enu ano no say speaker kraka say ne aye de yenimu da yebesa ba bio nti again wa jene house no indefinitely NDC the almost abibi ebefe omo beba the MPP for womo eye esa na sese kwa na se eyamambo sebo no moye
amedase bebiri mechia etiefo nyina na afeso last week me former women organizers former executives no yenso yeko apro kakra yeko ahafo region ye go so eko radio stations yeku dwuma feso me take opportunity ne anwrafo so eko kasai bebri ene dru baby so eko western north eno so ye ne nkrofo eko kasai enti ne metumi aka ne se former executives mamontena ho mo bi nkase koye adwuma ansa no akoye because ye yenso ya sede se e wo se ye enti samutie mi akaboso me ba akopɛ nti e was a former executive so ye be ma so ye oba mon kasa mom ye nkeka mom ne nkokokkonkrase to be frank ye call ho no nkrofo ani jeyi e ma omu hu se wo mu so ye nipa nti mesre enye bibia na ye be kasa party ma yiska ansane yakọ party ma yiska ansane yakọ e wo so ye nso ye jeje ne ankasa nso ye de kọ ene ye wo kọ a anya afi na akoda hotel nti mesre mo regions no so ye kọ ye meda o mase ewie ye nso no sania sabio angrafo ni bi ne mfantefo ne niema no yegya omo ankasa bisa ye questions enti wutumi hu se niema bi wo ho a eha binom enti mefa mo afidie so na me ne mpanyimfo akasa se yenuanom bebre at times omo hu panyi bi ana omo ani age keke nye skanti anase bibinti enti mestre aka 1 month eni ese ye mpanyimfo no betumi omo assign ye ne nkokọ regions na constituencies no so na afi no wo mo te ye ne a ana omo hu ya na omo nso omo anya are ehyemu nti eno kakra metumi ayeden aka no voter caucus akpanami mauna yirami ale amava mi home mi akata mi fonu anyonto makuku hadam na mi banu hianu ikamie wo ekamie drofo mi age amidashi nu hianu na mi anami akata mi awodaka na mi aten adakonwe ala ba mi afofo rollins na mi eten cho adako yenu gbagbara jo manyonyogo ita makuku dam na mi akata afedi e bebia ya bana na menua se wo hwa onse wiase nyame nsoma no asoma ho awanim begu ase yenhwe 2016 election so munya 169 yenya san 106 only 4 years no hwe baby ekosi and afi yen ba 138 ba na nya 138 metumi aka cho say it was 142 na ye ne lusu ye no ye na ye lusu ye ho ene ma o mutumi nya opportunity no eyi bi free ye di but I hope say this time no enya de o mo be co strong group any polling stations ni bibia no ebe ma wo mo ho ekwan sa amana ye den amana ye yi mi anya ya adwene say ebi akrom ayeden inti because o mo de o ma aboso na say na Lord come can see so far as otia say den anya de o be hand over amai enyo ono nko a o mu bebre fi say bi aye emere nti anya de o de be man nti me question me bisa mema ne ma ne say anya bia ne ya aboso because na menu aba meba me mind this fu atia say say aba ye kwatu yi woni pakroto aba ne wi amenkofi tsena hɔ no ne hwɛ bibia ka no nso omode kɔ no make sure say bibia ne ka ne mu na wo say ye mpanyimfo no bi so tena because na meba ensam kakra metie me yemu hye me kakra because ye ne yisifo akɔtena se na mo ahyehye mra na afa bedru baabi na mo sesam ano ne ne ma memitumi hu sa menu aba no sabi woni MPP fo no omo ye ne ma omo ye but wo sa ye nso ye bo aboso na ye nso ye mani hu se ye nam ho kwa prayer warriors nyamisha Muslim Christian e bin si da wo wiase nyame ya don December ni anya 4 good years ye lose elections obi ajai ene ye bo aboso ni ye guso aye yes adwuma no nti me feel say ye ntumi sorry ka say ye campaign without nyankopon without Allah without ye nananom nti emra ye call rounds no ye make sure say ye de hunhum de enso be den e be ye adwuma me dey see who assistance
bana hene
yes
na shebe dom kuma de wo mu yi
Beposo Mechia Amanfo the nation builder of our time say America for a mocky Trump so a one-term president and no one sang with say nani economy no na ye chain you buy the asan ko fanaba ti say President Kufuor Jina CPS no mocky President Mahama say ono so a one-term president oni class and they Ghana for say ye san the John Mahama ababiem babi obi a mechia no na machia Professor Jena Nopukwajima about your first woman vice president in this fourth republic nyamishra Beposo MPP for feel entitled say oman eyomodia da bia omoyom ho say enye omo a enye obia enti self entitlement ewo mutrim yeto about 2020 senior omi kan no you lose yenya over 140 seats no mu use security agencies bubo nkrofo tuo no ni ade na omo je seat ni be fi yensam ene yenyina benya 137 ejinki ye call parliament no nini was the speaker cry rule say we majority we minority because yenyina nya pe be independent ba ko no say ono mu be yadwuma so ono mu be yadwuma it doesn't mean say mo ye majority mistake yeah no and na kofa sade we nyina ba because first day no NDC e control majority side but speaker be can say say omo ye majority group no eno ano no na die na kofa we nyina ba mo say constitution no say obi ye sitting member of parliament now cross the carpet ko contest as independent and now say of independent political party automatically vacating a seat. But mudi biya ye mo nipa and you am akwansi am for me na MP mama na 7 term anwie mu yi ni fi wo President Kufuor kan wentimi ne nya adwuma wa ye say ye yi ni fi ho no ne ade ema mo ye den speaker rule ye ema ni fi ho no the same thing na si enipa 9 3 NPP 4 and 1 NDC NDC competition ye nyi ye de amfiri mu ye si ye nyina nipa 9 no omo nyina nya den omonko speaker e de na yi aba se sene emrane tie no hwa na ode ato mumni ya mati kokum madru Supreme Court mo maame no ho nti musu a oh say akwara ye bro mo a o se be ko ka che me maame be ko ka che maame hwe sene ne maame ranti was Supreme Court hey there is constitutional crisis hey what is happening parliament is not sitting as if say ono nadwuma na ho ye no hwe so nyew and obi die no ko ka ho no say speaker bagin e ka so be chief justice anka wadi awie satam na oye ayi obie the law school of practice no not to kodu no secondary school you understand yeah sure I constituent assembly yeah sure constitution me bagin was there from 1992 at parliament eba be see ene why minority there why majority there why deputy speaker why be speaker. It's the experience about we all Obia no better interpret standing orders in parliament more than him. I feel you're marking over this is your third term in parliament. I feel the way we see a council. We have Bibia, nothing you're marking a could register Supreme Court. We have Bibia no could register Supreme Court. Supreme Court and ye hot and I the parliament and some year day echo. You see parliament in some you can or parliament the 4 walls of parliament. It's a leader. Consensus na beden obebuild ma hu US Congress ya na Obama ho no mo ya minority but na mo ya den o mo ti me build consensus no mo the government business ekoso Obama rule 8 years you understand so we a minority kra na enei emra no na ye de adwuma article 97 IG and H na no ye de adwuma mommy mo amancho bi wo wa mo akwara wo ye refi bi omo ntiase
omo ye ne omo
Supreme Court no kra omo opinion no omo ye den omo de 2 years enye emra no omo he
dabi
omo opinion no omo de aba be she ye kon iti emra ne se sai nipa 4 yo omo vacate omo seat so omo vacate omo seat ya automatically mo be ye minority mo ye 1 ahe 30 130 135 na NDC 136 eti ya den majority we enye speaker na be rule sa na de na den status quo no sa na tie ya wa free parliament record ya ba enemo ba ya mehu MPP fo a enipa ya kan omo ye 22 mo amu wa ban mo amu ye ayi no mo free record no omo ye 22 pe na ba ayi parliament wo mo amu watching ball NDC marshal over 100 MPs ye opposition ye campaign or constituency mu de nyame adom aban ya tentam ska ma mu na mu de ye campaign o constituency ye MPC o mu ni bi enti house to house ya na mu ye constituency o ma se o madaje aba na mu enipa 22 pe na aba enti ni mo ntimi ama house wo no ye wie ya mo be jina microphone ni we press conference asa she atemwadidi ase na no afenyo marking the speaker atem basa any leadership no money ade enei enka ye hu se was san ka by now we dan we build the consensus you see business committee e was enka muhia ansa na parliament atunase mo anhia order paper agenda list when the free meeting I want the agenda of the meeting eti no mo ye o ma dwen se o mbeba ho o ma we see a time keke eti speaker ko ya o ye dan wasan join ade no indefinitely na ene mo be gina microphone ni mo kase o mbesa court to be number cite speaker for contempt of what you can't say on recall parliament wa
almost some be impeached
and almost be impeached that is their plan from the one I this speaker by that is their plan so be impeached they do maybe or say chairman say speaker cry election he was or say consensus on the issue no he was chosen we nyina ye ni tua election
constitution me ntwa won o me twa constitution o ma betiteti ama ya na so o ma be abe
say ya to aba ya kan ya ba ya say MPP monya ayi vote say NDC di ebe kan na chairman sabonso asoma ne ka ayi ni MP no akofa ayi are ballot papers are na ya say ye besa to be mo si da bi ye fama no ye di ama no ya so in ya we afa dia mo be ka say ono kra ya election no it's no one ya so may use the cause to frustrate the speaker ene no e konkon ho no ya afa dia opposite speaker no obeko am ya ko impeach no number be no be impeach no mu kra ya fra da bia mo ya minority e house wono mu the number be no be impeach
afa mo se Cynthia Morris aba be come
oh Cynthia dia Cynthia kra dia ne ho ya me ono ba na Cynthia no doesn't lie in her mouth so no be ka say me MPP ni o the why na action na why na say automatically you vacate your seat
me no honorable Kofi Adams e ka say we no say they say Cynthia no why some trend
ya we ti nko e ba the tempo dia
etilo obetumi aka say me ka MPP na embom ye tena say
parliament masha ma unwura mu kura enfa na betena so eti MPP ade a omo ye no sisi afenyo begina ho a odi media for ato ayisu say mo nka bi mom na mo so NDC so owie ya o se nka omo be pass free SHS bill na MPP for NDC mpe free SHS say omo yusu bibi ama apechi NDC against Ghanaians
menka woni ye o se de NDC for ye NDC MP say ye ni nyina ne se omo be ya ama business e wo so omo be ye no omo ntumi nye including se omo be pass free SHS bill se be ya aban twom na NDC ba omo se o se ade ne kra ma bia mata chire na mo twom
anya ne ekoyo omo bai
omo ka so many free SHS bill ba parliament omo fa my be seen the last other people omo dey buy free SHS bill any so it's a nay
afi no omo di free SHS na ba na
ai 8 years na afi no omo dey bill
afi omo dey ai enti dede na no omo ye na omo bo
mommy me say the source of funding omo dey free SHS they don't know. They don't have. It's almost why are you the policy? I win the policy document, a guiding policy. If you want to,
I feel
normally a policy document. So that's it. Akufuado nankata. Ye beside is a crime ban so na be fast implement the funding. What you mentioned, be see ne. So that it's the Ghana for munyina mo hwe ade a MPP ye. So we minority. Now bet more pushy government business. Ama wanya waya. Then tina onko na nko pushy government business me pass na wanya wayi. O se chechira tia. Against me tina konwa me deserve so. Say we are minority, we are the question majority side. It's the can say ne speaker san join it. So omo fra 10 times NDC MPs ye be san ba.
Enye ye sika ne ye say no.
Say my I atofforcing honorable aka say a financial loss to the state. Because MPC be akọ north Ibiako voter, Ibiako IBA no money ade. O from a e was here mom fu no me den. Samba back ni nyina omansi kasem ene the MPP modis ka yamana kai. Sika ene ye ma me no money papa no mo koto aban bon no kra ye sika ne de ai ye de atua wom. Enra fire service for yelala sulala say Amanfo mo wom. No mo nto fire tenders no mo fandum ja because aban timi nto bi mom. We ye the papa no. Oman ya yati mu nie. Na mumra ne mu oman no ne ade a afedi de mu ye nie enti enye NDC na Amanfo beblemu na emu ye mblemu MPP for say okwan ya omfa so a omo ne yati nie na omo wi a na omo dwane akotena media so say hey NDC for na frustrate government business ya ba efie ho ade no mama
afekwa de omo bo media ne kwa edu say ye fe omo te say ono afenyo na ye say leader of the
MPP caucus ye ne ya ma so abenyo marking no oyakwara so on said that mature parliament nearly chairman sabun sumatna hon over the years hwe okwan a na omo fa so a omo ne a minority for at that time a business nearly and the chairman sabun su ka say enka ono a enka ba na akura wadru GM ho so just say
MPC na bibia
push bibia ko
okay say a baby edu no bebre say my penny Akufuado on intervene na
Akufuado ne afenyo ne nyina mo work like peacock ahoma so wo mo so
ma me so ka mo susu say nka my penny on Speaker of Parliament, then a Chief Justice. Now, two sides of the House.
Yes.
Yet to me, I bring in finality to this issue. What's to say, no boy?
Yes, a boy because. And no speaker so a press conference. Now there be MPP for no more defend the Supreme Court. Supreme Court to can a final Supreme Court to can a final. Baby Poso, Chromo aye we. Ghana for nyina near to abani MPs 275. So among call represent here. It's the MPs Parliament. Ghana for nyina na no. So supremacy of Parliament. And on the it is speaker say or no constitution and our J constitution, not the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court won't mean trial and direct what Parliament should do. So that's here. You say the what? Emrano, Amanfo no ne cheche Emrano. No, Emrano ne ye Amanfo no. It's Parliament representing the people there. Not just the Parliament is supreme, not the Supreme Court. It's the Omuku Omoye first any abo abayo kwan your fast or your rulings or court no. Say any individual judges judgment here. And now one opinion on metro and okofa every day waka so judge we say no can they say there Chief Justice Enyaka yes obi amfa ni pen entro enchase and one do who the judges here then e can be when ne sign ebuman sign ebuman eti democracy akufuado abese no papa yi appoint judge ye kan yo yes o park court no nim de oye ene o na abeduru
mama president intervene
onem baby me de kakra metumi aka kire NDC for ne say enye sabio baby betena eni nkunya no na beboa obia me madwen na me kire obia anye ni say from 106 na beba beduru 137 ene enuan so akabo so me pa mi ato aba omo pe bibi di ahye obi tie me madwen na me kire
okay
omo pe bibi e di ahye obi akunya wo kwotena so keke nso eyeden akunya wo kwotena so keke eyeden enti me madwen na me kire akabo so me baako omanimu agu ase ewi what you say enti NDC fo betie me kakra yenkotena baby ani ete oh wo de ma mi nwie
yentiase
wo de ma mi
yentiase esa na MPP fo ne de ya di so yentiase ye go house what 10 times
me pacho me sitie me sumadwe na me kire oba oyo oba tan na wo mamienu eko a wo pe kwan bi se obeye den be sisi tio enkrofo e wo mare aba ye kotu wo munim so o mare enti wo mu pe bibi aka only 4 weeks muntie mi o wo mu pe bibi adi ahye enti enisi yesu ye ma wo mu kwan epe bibi edi hye because he was speaker anameboa eni yenyina nso ye dɔso sen wo anameboa 4 weeks ye ade no ombetumi aya ombetumi de ayi wo mu ho afrim se enkwala mienu eko a oba tan na wo mfimfin no e wo se wo tena se na wo ye den na wo dwen se ade na metumi aya ade asomdwe be ye den ebeba se niema ekoso wo ho no enye MPs keke na affect wo mo already wo munim so obo lose elections no enti wo mu pe bibi ade wo mo ho atwere because me kasa asa no na no achi honorable Gbagbin o kasa no o say anu na no ka wan kasa NDC ya majority ana say ni se mu wan kasa na mo ya den we sise ye na say ye doson
e na o kasa wudura ma no ne kra o parliament no fa ho say ye ni sa majority ni ye ni
majority enti na me ka asam na o ka enti na me madwene ho a me fese enti sadia o mo nkwata ba bi o mo tene aso entra ba bi ete akunya enti enti edru so na bibia se edoso sen wo mo enti still no bibia e de beba no ye bebu afa wo mo so na mo nim so o mare niema ye basa enti yempe asembi emfa nhye na NDC akunya enti media me madwen o abrewa me madwen me ya abrewa enti mo mfa ncham me madwen ne say ye koto aba wo mo are o mo ho akere wo mo o mo pe bibi di o mo ho akere enti so mo pe bibi di o mo ho akere a na se yen na akunya ne ya beje a enko nipa mienu ko na se baako ya German nka me de me madwe na me chanka me MPs no ene ye mpanyimfo no ebepria yenkotena ba bia ete no mo meta sa ka boso me omo di sika ne ne ma bi base ensan a so mbaje ni obesan ana meboa ana omo abetumi asan
sa ekrofo ya de omo aye bida me say omo budget omo de buy
me say
omo anya number am ye to budget ni guye
meba
omo san kofa
yes mo ye we nyina me pa tie mo ye we nyina sese akaketu bi emre ne so wa ye ni nyina na de na we akunya nti se akwatra ba bi etena ya do so sen wo manambwa ana speaker nso ye nipa meboa enti wo de ade aba na se yapede ansa ya ma ho kwan police ba che ye muma wo mu nko me de me oba tenti na me ka sa asem no wo mu nim so wo lose elections from 169
but say omo have omo way a ebe say ye kwa batu mu kra no ene end for the yenya ye pom
dabi enkoso sa say tio me ma dwene sa akunya ho na moko ananya akunya ho say aka only 4 weeks niema bebre wo ho a wo mu fi so mbetumi ansa nya ade o mbetumi aye enti say ye bedi akunya achi ama sa brempenso a ye koyi ye kone sen elections ne ye bewine nyankoponti alanti ya nananu nti ya bewine eni wu aka wo mo no enti no mpeso mo de wo ho ya den atwetwere ni ema bia edi insem bebre be ya den ebeba me de me madwen na me che obi abetumi adidi mata me mfa me because me mpai bo ne me mosan christian pai bo aye bo an sa nyankopon fa somdwe nya den emra MPs nintem se be ya ye be kwa akoto aba na ndc adi nkunim na ye ho atoye edi enti anya ni wo kra sa akunya nti ye ko enya ni wo se ya doso se omo na wo ye lesser na se wo se o kwotena ba bia majority wa kwatran enti akunya na be den
omo se omo nyintum
omo nyintum sa den
omo se omo ye minority
omo nyintum so omo ye minority okay omo me pa cho so omo nyintum enti wo de omo kwotena omo dabra na so omo so omo enya omo na wa ban mu enti omo de bibi beba na wo se ye de yensatum na yeye ma omo ne yanto a omo nsa beka omo nsanka wohu ye wo kwan bebre a ye di eku atamfo anase ye di ku okra mesre me your bad time because niam na omo ye ne anya very careful election day no ebetumi create mess
okay
na ye ma na ye fine ye ne ye ma ye fine oni pakro wi
mommy election day create mess because sa na agege MPP so ko omo di 5 city fi ensem ye kokan omo si ye nkokot ye hu ye court
ye nkokot
ye hu ye court ye
ana make say ye nkokot
na hu so against parliament
ye nkokot woni ye dey chairman ba ni make
ye allow ye one day kura NDC ye majority of parliament
men kasa wonya majority akunya na ye majority na minority
no mami
me patwa me ba akunya na ya tweragu akunya no so say majority wa ha na minority wa ha.
Yes, minority what speaker ben kumso.
Me patcho bebre nti se ye kwotena the other side na se bia bibi ba ne ye vote ne doso sen wo mo a ye beka se ye nam se ye antena ho nti no ye ni bem.
Dabi. Enye sa na.
Media me your bad time na me ka. Ba ne media me nua be ma parliament.
Emra na yi omo a.
Emra na yi wo mo tie. Emra na se wo mo de nam se yen ani empese
Ghana 40 o ma ana me propaganda on beka Ghana 40
wo de mama me nkasa nwi mama 1 minute na
me your batan ana akunya nso entimi decide mayen ana nyame ya adom na se ekotara ba bia te eduru so na ono abogwadwensi bibia edoso sen wo mo ye peja ensa ye edoso sen wo mo na ye betena ho ama akunya keke abe creative obi anim so mo lose elections no ba me ama o mo ho kwan ama o mo nkasa ye ni aye me de me madwe na me che obi abetumi adi matan fa me ho because wo wo ma mienu a ne sabio wadi bem no kra ne wonye no eduru ba bi a wo sa ye den ekrokro wi anu atwene se wo se die na wo yi wo bo hu na ne oya papa no wo so de ompemasem de bia me mayesam se hey Ni esabi onye no na wose me krokro no. Me na na kyerem sad because na me akwala bone wa ashna chen bibia. Ene. Oh, enti obi yes why say waste your time. Back then ami ati asese enye A and B. Enti ekwata ba bi ati na omani mu ase ne enye akonya no ne metra de na ade we enti mo twetwen na election si atwam na ye basa.
Okay.
Basa de enye. Ba bia emra ne dan ho na wo se de to.
Okay.
See emra no adi wom. Enipa anan no omo free parliament ama NDC ya be majority. Nti ato force is a majority leader. One. Aha.
Enti one ti no. Anya ye peace.
Yeah, one. Peace in there, you na emfa NDC there. They are ready to do
elections, but one more agenda on person mo sani
and na fanya kasa no NDC. Mo agenda na say mo de ntokwa ana say
Ghana for nyina.
Ghana.
Media for the business other than NDC for aba parliament na mo na mo dey be government business there. Enya NDC ne be government business. Chaos in there. Omo kwa ni ekuradade a regional parliament. Obi akwa ya setting wo
and also speaker so supervise chaos. That say on NDC for na
you Michael Quick. Aye obi parliament.
Na we my no ko Lord come in e ma no. Unse no already na say no manya adwin bia. What yes enumdwa no ba ye do critical man ye chewo. Wo mo no ma plan because wo nim so ma lose election. Omunim se ombelu so adanya ya asanto apra na ja santimasi omunim se wo mo pese wo mo ye bibi nti ni ameme kan se akunyanti
ankawe wa resolve dada is the president
omu ti Lord come we say hand over ana ye dia ye hwa so omu so say hand over because omunim so ma diskan nyina enti momi anti you spoke a lot wo kasa na ma ye di now you spoke a lot you spoke a lot some part of me your bad time enti na me part
we go suit here inside politics the media wo power 97.9 live wo TVXYZ ma men come from Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center ema what the Medimosis Gala Capsules aba eya no mo beba moja ediafusa ni peduane mu yama eyi fibia wo ni peduane mu wo mo hwe prostate ne enemu enyarewa ne empamu mmerɛ Wadanta babi on the police station din hwɛ no ya fa 0244 068 447 0244 068 447 Safari Valley Eco Resort wo ye dwumadie bia ede dom ebeba wobetumi akɔhɔ na mwakohia business meeting bibia ɛwɔ Safari Valley Eco Resort na wɔse ɛyɛ bia honeymoon bi na wo pesa wo no dofo mo kwa na seden wo mo wodawu okremansi emu ene Safari Valley Eco Resort enkasa was 0596914394 0596914394 Power Specialist Eba Hospital ma me Beatrice akosie de ya wona na pafo de bibido saya de fibroid wo de bibido benane afi uterus ne ho na ahota ba wo dompe ba biabu ye de bibido bekasi amon ena afe kompo ne nyina wo mo esa owo kumase feyase legbosom twekwan eso akra ha pokuyase ACP Road kwabenya Fair more 0244544422 0244544422 Amuzu garlic bitters no mo bi na ensane cholesterol nyina mfi ne peduane mu emon na ose eboa control jonso enso ena ebia na wo home no ensiso wo home tete ensiso wonom Amuzu garlic bitters eboa pa ema afenso no wonya adwuma bia na wabre wonya eso bibi mu so yesisi ana wote bre Amuzu garlic bitters beboa ba bia to waduro bia bi wo Food and Drugs Authority ade atom se eye eno omonkasa was 0247776743 0247776743 XYZ Broadcasting Limited yensa akaskabi yeni abosikabi eso enra ebeye enwuma no yensa bem ena sika no yeni eboso ebia na ukreska bia wode ekodi dwuma bi ayira wahwehwe echi akwaya wuhu woba XYZ Broadcasting Limited osu Abebese Street ena yewo woba ebekire woma ye details ewo ho a na eye wode a ye de wade ebema enti monhya nenso sa ye to dwuma de nso mami Electoral Commission wafre political parties momeje hard drive voters register was so afavia sia statistics are yehwe ni mokwan ebi amantam won ye wo a number of voters sing mansi we mu say na tiem anasa overall kra no nipa wo mo register na so beto abani momfa mayen abesi ne emaye
kakra me metumi aka ne say yɛn krɔfo ma de ne yɛn mpanyimfo no mo ne doctor no mo nyame nhyira o ma yɛ ade papa because anka last elections 2020 saa de na nsi anka nenso yɛn krɔfo na ni yɛn den ente saa un se bibia wɔn baby ane ayɛ den ne akye wɔn nyankopɔn na eyi wɔn ayɛ den ama amansan nyina nya Ghana nko a ama amansan nyina nti me de kakra metumi aka say yɛn nyina hɔ ne yɛn nya adwumaden me ma me na kwan emma wo no emeka sesei anasesei because ye kwa elections ni enim ballot papers dodo amoma print na mu yi ebibre ye na bi su hye baabi e me fi se nya ade ebeboa enti no de kakra metimi aka cha ndese fon se o ma ya ade enya ade o mu be agi saade na atum o mu nyina baabi e wo mu gina na ne enhwe se the right thing is done se be ya elections se ekwe be free and fair because it's like they have other intentions. What I say is like someone when the any so be fa kwan bi so be say kru no anase be say but any say ye ma ho kwan sa nti ye make sure say ne ye no ye wo the right path mpacho ne make no so what ma say e was say ye make sure because first no wo be hu no mo atwa agum because last week me hu no platform bi so wo mo say Ashanti region each constituency wo mo de 3,000 Agusunti, just imagine 3,000 constituency, one constituency, any eastern region, 3,000 votes each constituency until they are calculated. Until you die and penny for not to say, or mutumi ye, the one mutumi chi, or munti ma many dear wapu wampu. Yen hold on a responsible me and Kasa, yashe. Na yem crop for no so I ade enso egu so e bompaye e srewra de sebe ya wo moto beda na de bia anso egu so na kakra e ha mene se ahemfo wo kurom ha omo okuro wi nti NDC na yesa na ema wi a anko omo nkasa se anko omo akasa
se 8 years ni omo nyina komo no
ade nti na omo nkasa adenti no omo nkasa enya ahemfo no nko enti mpanyimfo mu enti sese menua omo free saboni bi si wo Ghana ha omo kente no omo eniema no omo ka no omo betumi de apie enti sebio enti omo ready hu saniema baabia niema ekono ya nhwe yi a ebetumi aginsam enti ahemfo no mesre yesramo munka bi na wo mamienu na wo do baako na wo tan baako ania wo tan no na eye nipa na wo do no o na eye jimifo enti no omo mrabo enti no omo ne MPP fo nkasa because ye no ba bi e free na howa ye yare ne sori a ebi aye nyina ntumi ntena kurom ha e ba sanso eni ba bi akọ enti e besra hemfo no ne asofofo mpanyimfo omo de omo ama prophecies anya ma ye nya hu sa oba win elections a ena me so dae ena me ye den ena me fahin no omo kan gu yesu a mi hwa ebi kura wo a onye osofo kura ye de woni ni si won ma nyankopɔ be yi wansan wo yi te me de me ne America nyina ne say NDC for na ya ade ye make sure se bibi omo de be ma ye bia krata da ho omo amfa ma ya ne elections na ma so aye benya ne ma ne mra no omo nsamra enwene debi the right thing should be done omo so omo mpene a yenso ye mpe kwan a sa na omo nim se yenso ye wonkrofo omo ho a bibia yenso ya so eye den eti nyankopon na ayi omo adi because ne ma me ne ye no enye so de ne ma kogu abrochire no to ye de ye ma ni abrochire o se bibi se ye ma no ne ebe den ene ebebre enti yam crofo no nyame nshom because they be a bomb mom every week be a call headquarters o ma yade papa na ma di ne yenuan nyame nshom mom ne doctor o doctor ma ne boaman o ma yade ne computer nyame nshom yenso edu o ma chintri no o ye no o nyina hwa any election ne beba ne postpone do e be postpone this say o ma yade papa ama ye say ya na date na to ye ho ana mebo nti omu wie ya ye nko ana mebo ya dabi because anya sa ukọ pentem a na bibisi ahemfo na asofofo no NDC fo de mo de say pamocho na mati e de pamocho no this time sa de ni bi ni ho anya de e be ye nti yemfa yi entu yi kakra metimi aka
bana hene we de taw na yan sorry
anya taw the very first year Amampanya Kufuado eyi Charlotte Osaya odeje mensa bae ena electoral commission on integrity ebafo ene Afrobarometer report amaya hu say GDA Ghana for electoral commission is in tatters all time low edi entia yesi ye pese ye forensic audit esan say registration ye mistakes bebre debia moye bibia yehu nia mo ase o ya correct ye forensic audit once and for all. Jimensa Bosmasai Freematete Sibo Kwaku omuso montiasie ne entiasie che. Minuaba. Adia electoral commission ye no utumu say ye MPP for na ashom kutupa ene ye chirom kwan a omomfa so amonye. Ujambu figures. Now they go ayi driver so am say yenko print we ni ayi a ye de koto aba. Wa bra statistics ye be kire say e be ma summary say ye wo National voter statistics, regional constituency, absentee voter statistics, gender, and statistics on proxy voters. Nina enim. It you fall listen now. Egumu bebre. It you nim the proxy. Unim the gender. Bikra na ye the male ayede. Akose udiano. So just ye nim. It yan segment ni nyina na ye den emfama. You see kose dan mu a 6 hours. Amu baya amu so mbe pa cha wo say omo ntimi anya nti se ombe sende amayen
na ombe sende amayen ko na ko hu bibi ewo mu na wo ka
hwe emre no aka no esua nti omo de ye e de kwa no sada bia na omo ye finally no say emre na aka no esua nti ye de be so abasa enra dimensa kasa wo say the register is fit for purpose it ye use to no fanto aba mi wa ye ko hwe mu a mistakes nko a Eyadia omasheda abopo say we ni adia omudi bere because in 2020 ye nyina ko hia ye parties ko hia ye ehwe kwan ya pink sheet ye be fa so be recordo abano ba bi a wan fa won say ntim krata na adia ye be cho numbers wo no ye ko ye no mo yi no ayeden afrimu eti ayi biometric ayi bebre nipa amform sa ntim so esan say hono omyede omutwa numbers ni gumu chief of staff ka so the stamp ebesi wo na ya cho ayi no in fact ye constituency me ensa be this stamp so no ano no and first stamp esi ba bia eti ade ayi si ye no eye krono ade a omde ye eti ndc ye be ye dwuma bia wo constituency Ghana for beto abana mai beto mbe yisu we dia ire abitie because oba ka say they will beat us on strategy ni bia e no mo ye so that's it eti anye campaign ni ade eti ya spend the time and register no one 7 dia election we should forget
ade omosoro nsa mama all the constituency or Ghana ha nyina yenye demonstration for about 5 days mo be hu na ebisi
aba we die Ghana so den omo beto aba ma NDC pa na say
enti mo so sorry ni ehuru na wo mo bi
say eti na inside politics dwumadie ya de ebremo enne November bosim that so enson da sene na ye kwakoto aba no ye de abawe ye yete ye mame Anita de soso enka kane dwomtani abede chema NDC amayoko no wasanso ye ema dom frefo pen ona wo bo adwuma pa ena afen so kane deputy propaganda secretary ai ena fe ban owusu bana hene oh amamoni aya de oh owusu bana hene so eka NDC national communications team Kevin Asante King Nicholas Yosin wo mo bo mechidom Kofi the boy and Francis wo mo hwe camera na mama Elizabeth Tego wono so siesie me mama ho ye fe mo ye ma ba ko pe ko manyina gudie ladies them boys Beposohemaa demo no mo beye ena mo
not region
me sorry na no siabel kase boy ye de atamo se ya demo nyina se